Let's go, guys.
Oh my God, Jack picked up his Model 3.
Oh, wow. That ought to be a video.
Yeah, you put it out yesterday or whatever, but yeah, Jack picked out he's at the Tesla showroom.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to see. I love you. Kiss, kiss.
Oh, I didn't know you were feeling. I'm sorry. I love you too, sweetheart. You forgot one.
Good morning, Ruby. Oh, it's nice and warm in here. That's good. I didn't have time to eat breakfast, but I've got something to snack for this morning. A magnolia blossom with the saying, "The promise of spring warms a gardener's heart." Checking the route along the way, and 401 looks clear this morning. Heading out with 234 miles. Ruby is still charging to 237, but between Tesla Fly pinging the car, Dawn had the seat warmers on, he moved her a little bit, etc. She usually uses up a mile or two, or a few miles before we head out of the neighborhood. Well, we have rain moving in again, and so the sun has gone back behind the clouds. I'm sure wishing it was pretty.
At least it's not 80 degrees outside.
Yeah, that's true. So we're listening to Ready Player One. Joey's over here saying...
It's really good.
Yeah. I smiled because they're talking about Commodore 64 and Atari 800 XL, and those were the first two computer/gaming systems that I have. The actual first Hello World program I ever wrote was on a Commodore 64 to a cassette tape recorder. Yeah, because we didn't originally have the 5 1/4 floppy. We had cassette. It took forever. They're talking about baud modem crashes and everything. It's making me feel old. You wish what?
I wish that they had included more 90s stuff in the book, because then they would have talked about Nintendo, which is my favorite gaming company. There would have been a lot of Nintendo references if they had actually done it in the 90s.
Sure, because we're getting all Atari kind of little, slightly more older school, 8-bit stuff. Yep. Guys, have a good day.
You too, Mom.
I'll see you this afternoon.
See you later.
Yep, bye. I'm working my way over to the chiropractor's office now. It's Wednesday. It's a little brisk out here this morning. I want the sun. I do. Oh, all better now. So, headed back to Fuquay now. We accidentally ended up with the wrong case for Dawn's new Samsung Galaxy S7. We got the case for an S8, so I've got to drop off back at the UPS store in Fuquay to send that back to Amazon, and the new case should be here Thursday. He's just waiting to switch over to the new phone until he has the case, because those new phones are so slippery. Yeah, and the last thing you want to do is drop it right as soon as you get it. So yeah, we're waiting. I need to spend a little time today at the house working on stuff for Robotics Club tomorrow. I'm pretty sure we're meeting this week. I hope we're meeting. Try to finalize what I want to do with the kids. I need to spend a little bit of lesson plan preparation there. But no physical therapy today. Joey has an off week this week. We go back next week. So pick up today from school will be straightforward and just back to the house. No taekwondo tonight. We'll go to taekwondo tomorrow. They do sparring on Wednesdays, and I used to always go to sparring because I really like sparring. I don't like wearing the Michelin Man suit, but I do like the sparring. But it's a little it's a little rough on me on all my joints, and you know, kicking, even with pads, you're still kicking somebody. So as much as I would like to go for the mental aspect of enjoying the sparring, it's probably better I don't go beat myself up too much over there on sparring night. Maybe one of these weeks here soon, but not this week. I pulled the Ruby into the garage and woke Gray and Slade up that were snuggled in there where it's warm today. I'm sorry, sweetie. I didn't mean to wake you up. Hi, honey. Hi, Gray. Gray's a good girl. Yeah. All right, today's mission, midday assignment while the boys are at school, watch Jack's video about his Model 3 delivery and impressions. So Don is doing his public service for Fuquay Arena today.
Right. So we noticed on PlugShare that Bob Barker, oh goodness, yeah, Bob Barker Company here in Fuquay, where's their website?
The leading detention management supplier.
A website, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're a local business. This company, you know, was I love the history is like this guy started in his garage, you know, and it's one of those, and now it's like the biggest building in downtown Fuquay Arena. It's like 4 stories tall. I mean, it must be 150, 200 offices in this building. I mean, this is just their administrative. This is not their warehouse. Anyway, they have on PlugShare public charging stations that we can use. We've actually went up there and plugged in and just tested our J1772 for 5 minutes, and Marianne made a video and all that stuff. So we actually, you know, we charge at home.
And I play Pokemon Go by there all the time.
Right. But it's a very, if somebody came into Fuquay and said, oh, Donna, I really need to charge my Leaf, where can I go? I said, oh, just go down to Bob Barker. Because they have like 4 or 5 charging stations there. If you go in there, you see Volts and a lot of Leafs and a Tesla or 2. So they're very pro. I mean, if you look at the number of cars in the parking lot and the number of those that are EVs, I'd say they're 10% or more. They're very high on EVs. So basically, Tesla announced a workplace charging program where they will install a charger for employees. They won't put it on any website, so you know the public won't know about it. But Tesla will give you the charger, high-powered wall connector, and do the installation. The company only has to pay for the electricity. So I basically got on Bob Barker's online chat and talked to a nice Bob Barker person. They were very responsive. And I said who I was, and, you know, because they're in the mode of helping their customers. I said who I was, and I said, look, you should pass this link on because this could be a good thing for, you know, employees at Bob Barker since y'all are pro EV. And so she said she would pass it on. So we'll see. You know, maybe one of these trips, Marianne will drive through the parking lot and there'll be a new Tesla high-powered wall charger over on the side. We'll find out.
All right, we finished watching Jack's impressions of the Model 3. He might have had a couple of problems. I think he may have been driving without his seatbelt on, and yeah, the car tried to, wouldn't go into autopilot for him because of that. And yeah, I think he's missing a heads-up display or something in front of him, but that can be fixed, right? That's just that can be, if that's really bugs you, there's ways around that. Use your phone, get somebody else's heads-up display, you can get around it. But anyway, it was comical. So he has a Model S now. He has a Model 3 also. They're both black. They both look about this really similar. Tesla similar black. So yeah, he digressed on to Arduino, his new board update with the date time feature, and that's about when I took my nap. Sorry, Jack. Just testing out one of those apps that lets you put your speed on your phone. So if I didn't have the speed in front of me, I could easily have the speed in front of me. Here's an alternate format for the speedometer reading. That's pretty big. I mean, even if you need reading glasses, I suspect most people can read that. This is the Speedbox app. Johnny and I are trying to figure out exactly what this is. It's a Jimmy. Johnny thinks it's electric. Probably so. Is this what we saw up on the parking deck that one time, Johnny?
Except it's really slow.
Well, it's waiting to turn. It's not slow. Well, obviously the boys are in the car now. We saw that cool, most likely electric vehicle going through downtown that belonged to the city of Raleigh. It kind of looks like a golf cart, but a little more sophisticated. And the boys want to listen to Ready Player One, of course, on the rest of the trip home. So I sent Johnny into the UPS store with my Amazon return. He's really good at networking with the guys behind the counter. I just told him to ask for a receipt, which he has. Oh, and the guy gave you a piece of candy. Thank you for doing that for me, buddy. Good job.
He got candy.
Because he went in the UPS store?
Software. And by exploiting it, I could access any book in the school's online library, including Anorak's Almanac. So whenever I got bored, like right now, I would pull it up in a window on my display and read over my favorite passages to pass the time. Over the past 5 years, the Almanac had become...
I went 103 miles today, not quite as far as I go sometimes on Wednesdays. And Ruby says I have 121 miles left I could go. The temperature is pretty moderate today, so, you know, the range is good. Average of 330 watt hours per mile. That's not too bad. So I did get Ruby scheduled to go into the service center on Monday morning to get the failure of putting on the software update checked out. So that's good. I think that was the most convenient day for me. So although they could have gotten me in sooner, I chose that day. I almost didn't know what to do with myself this evening. No taekwondo, no having to rush out for something, able to cook dinner and not a rush. It was relaxing. Yeah, that's what it was. We had hamburgers, the boys. They're happy with me. And we're just gonna enjoy a rest of a quiet, relaxing evening.